So I started playing Magic back in 2012, and pretty soon after I learned about the silver bordered sets. They're all just goofy cards meant to be funny. And there's this one printed in the Unhinged called Old Fogey. There were a few cards in that set that were printed to look like the old cards and then had like outdated effects, like outdated key terms and stuff that weren't really being printed anymore. And, like, Old Fogey's full of these. But the thing that always interested me about Old Fogey was the flavor text, where he talks about a deck of 20 Black Lotuses and 20 Plague Rats. And, like, being new to Magic and knowing that, like, you have a minimum deck size of 60 cards and a limit of 4 copies of each card per deck, a 40 card deck of 20 of each of 2 cards just didn't make sense. And then find out in 1993 when it came out, the minimum deck size was 40 cards and there was no limit to the number of copies of any one card you could have in your deck. So I always wanted to know what this deck would look like. So I made it in Tabletop Simulator. Got 20 Black Lotuses, 20 Plague Rats. We're gonna find out just how bad this deck is. So I'll just put it here. So opening hand. It's playable. So you put down your 3 Black Lotuses. And then you crack all of them. You know. Get that 9 mana. And then play 3 Plague Rats. So now they're all 3/3s. But all your opponent needs is a few removal spells. And now you're out of rats. And with the whole deck just being these, now you're playing off the top deck hoping to draw into a rat and a Black Lotus. So then next draw will be okay, so you turn 2 would get to play this 4th rat with this Black Lotus. Assuming that the other 3 didn't get killed the first turn. But at this point your opponent would probably be able to get rid of all 4 of these. Or at least a few of them. Even if you're left with 1, it's just going to be a little 1/1 that you paid 3 for. And then your next turn you're not going to be able to play anything, because whether you draw a rat or a Black Lotus, there's nothing you can do. You won't be able to pay for the rat, and there's nothing for you to pay for the Black Lotus. But I think there is a way to get this deck to work. And it's more like this. So maybe 7 Black Lotuses. 10 Mock Sapphires. So we're at 27 cards. At least 5 Ancestral Recalls. How many time walks? What do we got here? Let's do some math. So that's 14, 20, got 34, 39 cards. I guess we'll do one more ancestral recall. So maybe more something like this. 10 plague rats, 7 black lotuses, 7 time walks, 10 mock sapphires, and 6 ancestral recalls. I'm not guaranteeing that this will work. I'm not sure, but I think this might look a little better. It might actually be possible, because if you get the right hand, it could be possible for your opponent to not even get a turn. So you just cast all of these, assuming you're going first, so your opponent doesn't have anything to respond with. So you cast all those. Pay for the ancestral recall to draw 3. Pay for another one to draw 3. Ooh. Maybe there needs to be more ancestral recalls. But play another sapphire. Play Black Lotus. Black Lotus. Crack both of these. Cast the 2 plague rats. So they're 2 2s. Cast the time walk to get an extra turn. Pass turn, get your extra turn. Yeah. So you get a free attack to do 4. Could probably get a better build that would actually let you take like 5 turns in a row, so you could win. Or maybe I just got a really bad opening hand. I'll just try another one. That's a mulligan. Or it could, well, no, there's no point in chancing the top deck. I would just mulligan that. Play it like that. Actually see what would happen if I mulligan this. That's potentially 4 turns right there, but only 1 plague rats. Oh, I have to put something back. Make it 3 turns. So, I guess open with the sapphire into the ancestral recall to get 3. Play the next one. Do it again. This is almost better. If that had been instead of drawing a third plague rat if it had been another Black Lotus. But maybe there's a way, because I'll be getting 2 more turns after this one without my opponent even getting a chance to go. So I can crack the Black Lotus for one of the plague rats. And then 2 sapphires for the time walk to get another turn. Pass, get my extra turn. Black Lotus. Crack it for plague rats. Swing for 2. Get an extra turn. Pass turn. Take the extra turn. Ancestral Recall for 3. Oof. Swing for 4, so that's a total of 6 damage so far. Take an extra turn. Pass, get the extra turn. And another 2 for a total of 8. Yeah, there's probably a better way to build this. Maybe... I seem to just be getting flooded with Mock Sapphires instead of Black Lotuses. But this is interesting. This is very interesting. So just drop the 3 sapphires. Ancestral Recall. Again. This might be the one. This, if I get at least 1 time walk. This. I needed another Mock Sapphire. Oh, this could work. Play the 3 Black Lotuses. Crack 1. For plague rats. Crack another one for a plague rats. This is where... Yeah, I'm gonna have to crack the Black Lotus. And then... Ooh! No. Yeah, you gotta use the 3 mana from that with the... Well, I might as well just leave that untapped. And just make that 3 mana blue. And pay for the time walk. But that's just... that ends up wasting a Black Lotus, but I do get the extra turn. This is just looking like the last game now, where I'm just gonna be swinging for 4. 4. Extra turn. Okay. Crack that. Plague Rats. 6. So it's 10 damage. Extra turn. Oops. Tap my deck. Black Lotus. Crack. $12 damage. Swing for 12. Yeah, 4 and 6 was 10, 12. That would be game. I was like, I can't remember how much I already swung for. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's possible. It's just really luck based. Maybe there's a more consistent build. Could keep looking into it. But there's, I don't know, that was just that was just interesting to look at, I guess. I hope I hope this is interesting to anyone who watches this. I had fun making this deck. Oh, maybe I could try doing like a 60 card version with well, now I was gonna say with like current rules where you can only have 4 copies of each card, because Plague Rats was eroded to say you can have as like any number of cards named Plague Rats in your deck, but all of the Power 9 are restricted. And anything else that would give you an extra turn is going to cost too much. So there's no... Yeah, this only works if it's 1993. Thanks for watching.